that you are about to see was recorded about 6 months or so ago when I was working a different job. This job was at a facility management company. So I was basically facilitating services, and I had to do on-call shifts. And I really felt like I was working too hard. I had things that I wanted to do outside of work, such as meditation, that I didn't feel that I could do when I was doing my on-call shifts. And so I was feeling very overworked and not following my values with the job that I was doing. So I wanted to give that as kind of a lead-in into this video, so that you understand kind of what I was asking with this randonauting. I was basically trying to ask how to move forward out of that job. And then I'm going to give you a little tie-in into where I'm at now and how that ties into what the Randonaut app was actually telling me.
So we talked about it and we thought that we would do it like a tarot card reading. So 3 different randonauting intentions, one for what's blocking Adriana here from finding her true career, and then one for what, like a message for unblocking herself, and then a third card for sort of her outcome, the future, where's she going in her future. So let's see what happens here. Our first randonaut here, which is supposed to be Adriana's blockage, it didn't want us to drive. It actually wanted us to walk. It said it was a minute away. So we got out of the car and we walked here to a garage. This is 44. Now, the thing about 44 is that we've been seeing 44, the number 44, over and over. And for me personally, the number 44 means organization and progress and like doing like organization and actually like putting things into like projects, reaching your goals. But that's just the way I've been seeing it, like that you're on the right path, that you've been reaching your goals. But I don't know what that means here for Adriana. She's been seeing 44s too. Okay, so how do you interpret it? What are you finding?
Okay, it says the angel number 44 represents the amplified energy and symbolism of the number 4. This number symbolizes hard work, practicality, and foundation. It also symbolizes grounding. The master number 44 is also called the master healer. People who resonate with the angel number 44 need longer time to mature.
Huh. Well, for me, it's hard work paying off, but for you, maybe you're putting in too much work.
They need stability and strong foundation in their life. People are good at organizing. They are very good lawyers, doctors, CEOs, engineers. For these people, it's very important to maintain their balance and physical and mental well-being. They need to lead a healthy lifestyle and try not to overwork.
You overwork.
No, I feel like, yeah, that is telling me that I'm trying too hard.
Yeah, that's the way I'm taking it too. That's so cool.
Which is something that I keep saying is that, like, why am I putting in so much effort at work? Because it's not amounting to anything. Because even if I get, like, another job, I will never get a reference that actually reflects the effort that I put in.
Right.
So what is the point of putting in all that effort? And just earlier today, I was texting my coworker and saying, oh yeah, I've been doing this work off the clock because that's the only way that I find time to do it. And you made the comment earlier today saying don't work harder than you have to with my on-call. So.
Yeah, you do work harder than you have to. And I do that too, so I get it. But for you, I think you put yourself through a lot of stress that you don't have to. So, okay, very cool. Very cool. I think that definitely gave you a message there. Okay, so on to Randonaut 2, which is just your message for how to overcome this block. Cool. We are here at a house, and there's my eye goes to the circle around the tree with the rocks. So rock circle around a tree. There are some signs here. It says, what does it say?
Well,
Comfort
it has
experts?
to be a message about home and security, because the first thing that I noticed was the dad and daughter like laughing together over there. And then there is this sign that says, that's for callhomecomfort.com, to like comfort your home. And then there's also a sign for ADT, which is a security system for your home. So, but for me, that's the whole reason of why it's like, oh, I would work too hard, because I'm like, okay, to keep that security. So I don't know if it's just like saying, let go of that concern. I don't know.
You need security on the job. That's just where my mind goes, but like you need the same security at wherever you work.
Well,
you need to feel
yeah.
I don't know. Unless you're supposed to
But it's
work,
talking about how to
maybe you're
unblock
supposed to work in security. 744. 744. I saw 44 in a mailbox on the way here. Like my eye, there was a bunch of numbers, but in the middle of the numbers was 44, and I just noticed it. It's just interesting.
So there's a sign
At this house, and it's a very cool house, by the way.
It says,
with trees.
Kindness, patience, and hope are also highly contagious. Don't wait to catch it. Be a carrier.
Yes.
Also,
okay,
I looked down at my speed. The very first time I looked down at my speed since we have even gotten the car, and it was 44.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay, we shouldn't show the mailbox number. Yeah, okay, so, wow. That's pretty cool. So what do you make of that? What do you make of that in the sign?
I guess that is just saying something about, like, I mean, there's a heart on it, like, follow my heart, the feeling to, you know, be kind, patient, hopeful. Like, I guess kind of go with that whole three, what was the word? Like your three main values that I was kind of going into, and like I actually went into not my most recent interview, but like the interview before that.
Oh, and maybe be patient.
Like I said, I was like, these are my values,
right?
when they like ask about yourself, and then I stopped because people were like acting like, oh, they don't really care about that. Well, I need to, you know, follow that, and like regardless, you know.
Yeah. Does it say patience too?
It says patience.
It says patience, hope.
Patience, hope, and kindness.
So unfortunately, that's the end of the actual footage that we were able to record that day. It was kind of hard to record while driving, just because we were going up to a lot of houses and there weren't really places that we could pull over to film the actual area that the app took us to. And people were outside their houses and we didn't want to show the addresses. And then of course, cars being behind us and stuff, or else we would have had a better explanation and footage. But to go into what I was trying to say at the end there in the car is that I have come up with three main values that I want to, you know, live my life by. And those are love, harmony, and growth. And so what I have been trying to say in the car there is that I had gone into interviews and said that, and the employer did not seem to care. And so I had at that point been thinking, okay, I need to try to follow the values, but no one actually cares about my values. And what's interesting is that the sign said patience, kindness, and hope. Okay. And I didn't know what that was trying to lead me towards, because those are not the same as the values that I had. But I had an interview for a job doing applied behavioral analysis with autistic children. The same day, a couple hours later, I was offered the position. And now looking back, I see that that sign fits with their values, because with autistic children, like, we're trying to be hopeful for them to, overcome their problem behaviors, become more capable of taking care of themselves. And patience, us being very patient of them, getting things wrong repeatedly, or doing the behaviors and not judging them for those things. And then, of course, kindness, showing them the kindness and giving them the compassion and attention that they need. And so it was just interesting when I was editing this to look back and realize that that was actually leading towards this job. But at the time, I didn't see that. And even though those are not the three main values that I, decided on, those are still my values. I just thought it was an interesting thing to reflect on and let you know that that actually did lead towards something, even though at the time I didn't realize that. So it was kind of like an actual tarot reading, giving a result for the future in that sense.